Okay, day 2 or day 1, take 2. I tried to start on Wednesday, and then, yeah, if you saw that first video, I journaled the 4 days of it, but I was struggling. I basically did Wednesday, and then no, I did Thursday. That's right. I started on Thursday, and Friday it went right into like an off weekend, and then it was a mess. The whole thing was a mess. So I started over. I started over this morning as day 1. So this will be, I'll have day 1 video and then I'll have day 1 again. So yeah, and I made a couple changes to the program, mostly. So I took out the 30 minutes of memorizing scripture because I realized I'm already reading 20 chapters a day. I'm already spending 2 hours in prayer a day. Like, I don't really have a good plan of how I would be memorizing the scripture. And I just took that one out. And then I added in, because I realized, so I added back in counting macros, do my intermittent fasting, and doing carnivore diet. Because if I don't track those, I realize if I'm not tracking those, I'm not going to do it, and I need to get on those. So yeah, I made those few changes. Today's day 1. I've got 2 chapters of my 20 chapters of my Bible read, and I'm dropping my daughter off at work right now. That's why I'm here, like at the park, because that's the McGill pool. And I'm gonna drop her off, go to the gym, get all that stuff done. So I kind of have the day planned out. So it should be good. I hope I hit everything today. And yeah, I'm gonna document every day is the plan. Even the days I don't like, or off days, I'll just do quick catch-ups or whatever. And I'm planning on eventually getting back to recording my workouts. I'm just not quite there yet. I'll talk about that more in another video, but I gotta get a routine going. So I think this routine of getting up, going over my daily schedule, doing Bible reading, which I should normally be able to get like 10 chapters read, and then taking her to work and then going to the gym, I think is gonna be the money. Drop the daughter off at work. Let's get out of here. Okay. So headed to the gym, like I already said. Started over. Okay, I told you all that stuff already. So I'm like really frustrated with, like, I've been kind of stuck in a plateau. And so that's why I'm like, no, let me redo this. Well, first off is the reason to do this challenge. I'm like, let me start over because I really need to have like track macros, intermittent fasting, and the carnivore diet all kind of baked in, because that is what helps with the consistency. I was losing a lot of weight when I was doing that stuff, even at like 90% consistency, even when I was like, because then the way I'm following it is you don't fast on the weekends. So even when I was doing like Saturday morning in Round Mountain, I was doing like hash browns and toast with my steak and eggs. I was still doing really well. And that just gave me a little bit of extra energy for like the crazy weekend. Cause I was preaching on Saturday and then preaching twice on Sunday. That's just, schedules changed. So that was helping. And I was still having really good results. And then I kind of fell off and whatnot. So I weighed in this morning. Okay, it must just be the road. I thought, I was like, oh, flat tire. I weighed in this morning. I came in at 302.8. I think it was 0.8. But yeah, 302.8. So obviously better than, I think I didn't weigh yesterday, and then I think the day before that I was like 305 something. So, and I wasn't, perfect yesterday either. But the weight came down. So I think this will work. This approach will work. I've thought about doing like a traditional bodybuilders, like bulk and cutting schedule. My biggest fear is like, if I cut and I lose weight and I'm feeling good and then I bulk and then it's hard to cut again, like I'm worried about my ability to get back into like a cutting mindset when it's time for that. So I am kind of looking at right now, and I'm just kind of starting to look at like, I can't even think of the name of it. Whatever the GLP one, the newer one is with the T, that is starting to get a little more popular with like bodybuilders. And so I'm just starting to look into it a little bit. I got a couple Dr. Mike videos to watch. I got a few other videos to watch. Not Terzimbic, I don't know, something with a T. And it's not the S one that talking about. I had it in my head right before, and then I got a conversation about it. I lost it. So I'm kind of preliminary looking at that because it seems like that would help. Like, I'm wanting to do my intermittent fasting and the carnivore diet, and I am, but what happens is, I never posted that video where I announced, okay, well, not much of an announcement, but I recorded a video. I announced this on my other channel. I recorded a video for this channel, and I just never edited it because I did too much crap talking of an old friend of mine, and so I ended up just not using the video. But in that video, I announced that I have bipolar, and with that, the dieting is hard because when I'm depressive, it's easy sticking to an eating schedule or calories or a certain way, the fasting or whatever. It's not that hard. When I'm base, it's like a medium level of willpower. It's not too bad. But when I'm manic, I just want to eat. And so then it's hard. So, and I spend most of my time manic. So when I go manic, it's a real struggle to not just eat. And it takes a lot of my willpower. A lot of times I end up failing, and it stalls out. I feel like it's stalling out my progress, and it's super frustrating. So I feel like I have this handicap, and I am progressing. It's really slow. I'm like going on like 4 or 5 years into this of my health journey, and I've made, great strides. Like I said, so I've been down, I think a couple weeks ago, I was 291. I should be back down to like 297 by the end of this week. I started this thing out at like 360, 365, something like that. So obviously I'm doing well, but it's slowing down. I'm kind of getting a little stuck, and like the bipolar, I think is definitely hurting. I don't like to blame things on it, but I am starting to see there's a couple things that I struggle with that I do think are directly related. And I think this is one of them, because I can be like super strict, do this like perfectly, the intermittent fasting, the whole schedule, the carnivore with just a little bit of struggle. Like, I do like carbs, so, it's a little bit, but not too bad. And then I hit like a manic day, and then I'm just like, I want to eat all day. I want to eat all the bad stuff. I want bread and pasta and mozzarella sticks. And I either give in and then feel bad, like I messed up, or I fight it all day, and that's like all I do all day. And so I know Dr. Mike has talked in a couple of his videos about like, yeah, you can willpower and this and that. He's like, but what if you could just take the shot and just be done with it, and then use that same willpower to accomplish other things, like, go make the world a better place. So I am considering it. I'm looking into it to see what it'd be. It looks like it's getting pretty popular with bodybuilders because obviously, it helps you stay on diet and stay pretty lean. And so I'm researching right now, like, what are the side effects? Is it something I want to do? Is it something I would have to stay on all the time? Or could I just use it? Like, could I just use it in my cutting phases? And then could I come off of it for maintenance and bulking phases and just use it once or twice a year for like cutting phases? So a lot of questions. Oops, I was trying to, sorry, there was a guy, I thought, anyways, I got distracted. I was driving, and obviously driving is a priority, not recording this video. So when something on the road distracts me, I have to stop talking and deal with what's on the road. So yeah, that's kind of where I am for that. And like I said, I'm using this channel. I'm not really trying to like grow the channel or become famous or anything like that. This channel at this point is just for me. So that's why I'm like, I don't care if they're just 10, 15-minute videos of me talking, or if they're 2-hour videos of me just working out. They're for me. They're for documenting my journey. And if anyone else sees it and it helps them, then great. But I'm not trying to be the next Sam Sulek. So these videos are for me. I do have my links and stuff, like my first forum, because why not? I'm putting the effort of the video. But ultimately, these are for me. Otherwise, I wouldn't really be talking, as I have talked about the bipolar on my other channel, so I probably would have mentioned that. But I'm not, I would have talked about like, oh, I'm looking at this and this, because that was something I would normally want to keep private. Like, I don't mind talking about like being on TRT as much, but like, Well, yeah, I'm on that too. I'm just saying everything. I was gonna do this in a podcast episode actually, but this will be my 8 Mile episode. So I am looking into that, and that normally it's something I would have kept private. I wouldn't have talked about. But I'm like, no, if I'm gonna do it, it needs to be part of like the whole documenting thing. So yeah, there I am. I'm in the process of just considering it. So I haven't decided to do it. I'm just thinking about it. Started looking into it a couple days ago. We shall see.